Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're talking about the 1971 Topps set and its errors. A very condition sensitive set. Had that black border. High grade cards can be worth quite a bit of money. I would say it's maybe the most condition sensitive set of all time. Well, at least the most famous one, right? Had 752 cards in the set. It was actually the largest set that Topps had produced to date. We're going to dive into this, so join me. We're going to talk about some really cool errors in this set. And guys, if you haven't already subscribed to my buddy Darren's YouTube channel, that's Grunt Baseball, for all things baseball, quick clips, stay up to date on what's going on in the sport. Also, check out his website, grunttalksmlb.com. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Do it while you're thinking about it. It helps my channel grow. Thank you. Let's get back into this.
So the backs of these cards include black and white headshots of the player. Very cool for the time, but it came at the expense of only including abbreviated stats for the player. Notables in this set is Pete Rose and Roberto Clemente. The Thurman Munson Gold Cup card has always been super popular, even though it's actually his second year card. But my favorite card of all is that Nolan Ryan. I'm not sure why I like this card so much. It's got the Royal Crown ad in the background. It's just a cool card, and I love it. Okay, so number 25, Clarence Gaston. He will start us off today. There's a variation where there's an orange streak on his right bicep. Really easy to find. Number 27, the Cambria Kleins Rookies. There's a variation on this where it says Rookie Star. And it should be Rookie Stars with an S on there. Kind of a weird one, but either one is pretty easy to find. Number 29, Don Buford. There's a red hickey under the cap logo. So kind of a weird one, but it's a variation. You can get either one.
And number 42, Boots Day. Kind of a funny name, right? But this is a cool card and a cool variation going on with this. So you can see the stadium lights behind his ear. Well, Topps came back and airbrushed that out. But the airbrush version can be pretty hard to find. And in all honesty, even though they airbrush it, you can still barely see it. And those are going for some pretty good money where it's airbrushed out. $12-15 and up on eBay right now. Also, card number 63, RBI leaders. So on the back where it has the RBI leaders, Carl Yastrzemski is listed there. He is not in the right order as far as how many RBIs hit. So some people debate whether that's an error or not. Topps could put it in any order they want, but I think it's implied that it should have been in numerical order. They did not come back and correct that.
Number 67, ERA leaders. There's a yellow line at the top of the hat. Number 77, Mike Compton. Variation again, blue streak in the bottom of the middle border. Very common. It's actually more common than like the corrected one.
And card number 85, Billy Grabarkowitz. This is called the Yellow Sun variation, where over his shoulder he could have either a red or a yellow sun. Well, it's not actually the sun at all. It's just some kind of light there. The yellow one is actually more rare if you got it.
Number 93, Senators leaders. Variation dot on Riddleberger's cheek. Checklist number 123. The card number can be at the bottom right or at the center. Number 142, Mac Jones. There's a blue smudge right of outfield on the front of the card. Number 161, this is actually a coins checklist. On the back, the card number is varying heights. So it could be bigger, could be smaller. Number 183, Gil Hodges manager. Gil Hodges was the man. There's actually an earring variation on the top of his right ear. Well, it's called the earring version. Just has a weird spot on his ear. Julian Javier. Number 185, there's a blue drip on the A in cards. Bob Tolan, 190, black haze across the middle of the card. And that was kind of tough to find. 197, AL Playoffs Game 3. There's a white donut after the 1970. That's also a variation. 207, Alan Foster is a variation where it has the pink spot on his right bicep. 226, Bill Russell, variation white dot before Dodgers. 265, Jim Northrup variation. There's a dark black blob on the right. 281, Danny Walton. There's a donut in the bottom border. That's also a variation.
And card number 305, Reggie Smith. Here's another variation. This one's a weird one. So the background of the player can have lines on it. It kind of looks like an old television where it has like static and has like lines going on the background. It's kind of a weird one and kind of hard to find too.
Number 306, Jim Nash, blob on left. There's also a second variation of this card where there's a red bullseye on the hat. I wasn't able to find a variation where it had both of those on there at the same time, so those variations can be a little bit harder to find. Number 337, Jesus Alou. There's a thin black line going through the T in Astros. That's a variation. Billy Williams, 350, Hall of Famer. Yellow blob in the grass. That's a variation. Looks like the grass is dying. 352, Denny Doyle, variation. The second eye in Phillies is partially blue. 365, Bob Johnson, blue donut in the top right. Another variation, 369 checklist. There's a black mark on the helmet above the ear. 378, Tito Fuentes, variation, irregular, jagged bottom, black border. Okay, so you can see where it's not very flat. It's kind of jagged, like the description implies. Jack Hyatt, number 371, variation. There's a white spot after catcher. Very easy to find on that one. 392, Grant Jackson, variation, mini dot on the J in Jackson. 424, Roberto Rodriguez. Okay, this is an uncorrected error. We see a lot of variations in the set. This was actually an uncorrected one. They never came back and corrected his name being misspelt. It has a Q in it instead of a G. It should be a G in Rodriguez. That's also on the front and the back, so kind of interesting.
Dave Roberts, 448. This one's a weird one. So on the border, over on the right side of the card, it has two blue squares. It looks pretty strange, but it's actually a pretty easy variation to find. And card number 476, Del Maxville. So we're going to file this one under trivia, not truly a variation. There's actually a wrong back with this card where it could have Clay Carroll on the back. Pretty hard to find, but I did find a couple on eBay that had sold where it has the wrong back. Even though wrong backs aren't truly considered an error, they're just kind of a print flaw, this one seems to be happening only with this card, so pretty cool.
Number 492, Ken Boswell. There's a black dot in the upper left white border. 494, Braves rookies. Also a variation, black writing before pitcher. It's very common to find that one. 515, Carl Morton, variation, black line on the hat. Very easy to find. This one's funny. It looks like Ron Howard. Moving on, 552, Buddy Bradford, variation. There's a black, looks like a Sharpie mark over his shoulder. That's very easy to find. 568, Sal Campisi. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. There's a scar on his nose. At least it looks like it. That one's very easy to find. Number 619, the checklist. Okay, there's a few things going on with this. So first of all, there is an error that was corrected. So there's no copyright on the back. They came back and added that copyright. And then there's a few different variations here where without the copyright, there's no black line on the helmet. With the copyright added, there was a black line on the helmet. And then with the copyright added, there's a black line and a black squiggly on the helmet. I got 3 different variations on this particular card, so kind of weird. 636, Denny LeMaster, variation, black block on the cheek on the back of the card. So most of them are on the front. This one has a weird black mark on his picture on the back. And the last one on the list of these black border cards, 732, Rob Reed. It's a variation also where it has small red marks by his right ear.
And that's it. That's the end of the list. So a lot of errors in this set. This is a set I love to collect. I would definitely like to chase that complete set sometime. Let me know if I missed any. If you have any comments, questions, leave them down below. Let me know you're watching. We'll see you next time.